Hey everybody, welcome to Market Monday. We're going to talk about the Phoenix Metro housing market, and today is Monday, September 28th. So let's dig right in and see what is going on in the housing market this week. So let me pull up my spreadsheet here and let's chat. So here is where we're at. So September is going to be another gangbuster month for closings. I pulled these numbers on Sunday, and our closings were up 20% year over year. And from last month, we are up 8%. So we are on track to close more in September than we did in August. And our under contract homes. So when we look at what we have under contract compared to September 2019, our contracts are up 85%. That is an amazing numbers. And our contracts are up 41% from last month. So our closings are up 8, but what we have in the pipeline under contract are two different things, and so our contracts are up 40%. Some of them will close, in the next few weeks, and some of them will carry over into October, and so I'm sure October will be starting off with large numbers as well. So with that said, let's take a look at our new listing inventory, because I've always been trying to educate you that everybody's saying we have an inventory problem. We have an inventory problem. While we do, inventory is low comparative to the size of our community. We have a huge demand problem. So again, our under contracts are up 85%. So what's happening right now, our new listing inventory for this month is up 15% from last year. So we have 15% more inventory. We were at 8,200 homes last September, and we had 9,469 homes on the market this September. So we're up. And from last month, we are up 5%. So even more people thought about selling. As more people think about selling, the homes are just getting eaten up because, again, demand is up 85%. It's crazy. So as we go into October, let's take a look at our average closing price. So what are homes actually closing for? And you may have all heard the rumors and the stories about there's 10 offers, 20 offers on a house. I offered cash and my offer didn't get accepted, and people are slowly realizing that cash is no longer king. You have to have more strategies in place. You just can't throw money at it. There's other things that you have to take into consideration when you're putting an offer on a house, like when does the seller want to move, those kinds of things. And so, like, when does the seller want to move? Are there HOA costs, and who's paying those? Who's paying the taxes on it? Usually it's prorated, but everything is negotiable. And so negotiating some of those extras that the buyers aren't used to paying for, it's coming down to those kinds of things. So it's not just of here's my offer, but it's those little things that you have to consider, and you have to have that strategy. So let's talk about the average close price. So we are up 22% from last year. So that means if you are a homeowner, the value of your home is up an extraordinary amount. We usually see an average of, somewhere between 3 and 6% is, what we see in yearly equity gains. And so if you're a homeowner and you've owned your home for at least a year, you're seeing your home values go up. The values from last month, even from August to September, have gone up almost 2%. So we're seeing the values of homes go up. Demand is still extraordinarily high going into October. And we're just not seeing any of this let down as of yet. But there is a couple of things that I want to talk about. So since home values are up, Phoenix is actually seeing the gap in home values versus what the average income is, that gap is starting to widen. And so as that gap starts to widen, eventually it's going to create a pause in the market, and it's going to create the market to kind of reset and reshift. Will it mean that prices are going to drop 50%? I don't think so, but I think we'll start to see stuff kind of slow down. Even if interest rates stay this low, it's going to mean a couple of things. So that gap is causing people right now to choose smaller homes than they were hoping for. And so there's frustration in the market. The buyers are not getting what they wanted. They're not getting the size home they wanted. They're paying more than they wanted to be a homeowner. But what they're seeing also is they don't want to keep renting because the demand in the rental market is just as high, and so people need somewhere to live. And so the landlords are taking advantage of the situation, and the rents are going up as well. And so people are settling for smaller homes or a home in a neighborhood that maybe they moved a little bit farther out so they could get the size of the home, but at least they're getting a fixed interest rate, and it's super low fixed interest rate, so buyers are settling. And so we're going to see more of that happening, and eventually there's going to be nothing left for them to settle for if that gap keeps coming. So that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. And I kind of have a couple, I don't know, I don't want to call them predictions, but I think like looking at the data and just kind of looking at who's buying the houses right now, it's still very much finance deals, but people are still trying to get in and purchase rental homes. And so I just want to keep that in the back of my mind and keep looking at those numbers of how many are turning into rental properties, because that is going to create a shift. If a lot of people are buying at really low interest rates, and if a good enough amount of these people are buying rental homes, that rental market will soon have more homes than needed. So maybe rents will go down. That's just kind of the way that I'm thinking. I don't have any data to back that up, but that's just kind of something that I'm thinking about, and I want to look and see if the data supports my theory. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys in a nutshell. If you are thinking about purchasing a home, I do have the coming soon listings. So it is an exclusive list of homes that people are going to be putting on the market. And so if you want a first crack at a home, coming soon is going to be your best chance before everybody sees that on the open market. So I'm going to make sure I put the links for that as well. If you're thinking about selling a home going into winter, you're gonna remain in control as a seller. There's way too many buyers out there, and especially if your home is kind of in that high 200s to low 300s, your home is going to be the first to sell. So and I'll put links to my buyer programs there. And if you're an investor, and you flip homes and you're looking for an agent to work with, reach out to me as well. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm going to put a link to a calendar event, so you guys know when the next market update is going to be. And that way you guys can RSVP. And these won't be so surprising. So just going live. Hey, it's Market Monday. So anyway, again, reach out if you have any questions. I'm here. You can visit liveplayphoenix.com to search for homes for sale, and I'll leave some links to my buyer and seller programs. Thanks, everybody.